Hai nè, nó tất cả pera kan. Goran pera ni bagai.
Kena.
Just thinking if you're going to take Macca that way.
Yeah, no, you have to go that way. Yeah, I'll just hide this behind that thing there. Getting in this pond today. A little bit difficult at the moment. It's not difficult. We just got to get back into the routine. Because Alice the female there has been guarding a nest over here for the last 4 months. So she's only been here back through this tunnel in with him for about a week. And actually she remembers the routine quite well. It's just we've got to remember the routine now. We've got 2 crops. So we just, it's better if she's out of the water. Now just the first course is an Asian minor bird. These are an introduced species to Australia, they're pest species. The local council has got a trapping program. They're trying to eradicate them. So they've got traps out. Doing quite well actually. They've gone from this area here. They're euthanized by gassing, and then they used to be dumped, but we're ending up with a lot of them in our freezers for crocodiles and some of the monitors. Now these 2 crocodiles are wild caught. Alice there, we think, well, we don't know their age, but it is an educated guess, if you like. We think she's probably in her perhaps 50s. Macca has got a younger head. There's a few things that while we've had him for the last nearly 11 years that lead us to believe he's probably in his early 30s. Now that is young for a saltwater crocodile. They have been known to live into their 80s or 90s, or possibly longer than that. So they've both got a long life ahead of them. They will grow. Alice won't grow too much more. She's a fraction over 3 metres. Females have been recorded at 3.5, so she may get to that length, and we think she's a bit over 100 kilos now. Macca, he's 4 metres long, and we think he's about 4 to 450 kilos. So a fair bit heavier. But if he is such a young crocodile, he may have another 40 or 50 years of growing to do. They grow throughout most of their life, but only tiny amounts at this sort of, each year I should say, at this sort of size. So he could end up being over 5 metres in length. If he does that, he could be about 800 to 900 kilos weight-wise. So we think he's got a fair way to go yet. Now he was caught in the Herbert River, North Queensland. He was stealing chooks. That's chickens. We've got some visitors. He was stealing chickens. That's what alerted the locals to there being a crop in the area. He wasn't being a problem, but they thought he may end up being a problem. So John Lever was contacted from the Karana Crocodile Farm near Rockhampton. John went up there to try and trap him. Took him over 3 weeks to do that though. Now as bait to start off with, they used dead chickens because they've been feeding on chickens. No interest at all. So they tried roadkill next, possums, hares, whatever they could find killed on the road by vehicles, but again not the slightest bit of interest. So as a last resort, it's actually a bit of a no-no, but they were running out of ideas. They tried a couple of live chickens. So they built a little cage, put a couple of chickens in the cage and put that in the trap. They actually caught him on the first night, which may have been a bit of a coincidence, but it is a fallacy that they prefer dead and rotting flesh. In the wild, they take dead animals regularly because you can't afford to be fussy as a wild animal. But given the choice, fresh is always going to be best. In his case, it just seemed to have to be live and kicking. Now, they belong to a group of animals called crocodilians. That includes the true crocs like we've got here. You've got alligators and caimans, gharials and false gharials. They're the ones with the really long, slender snout. Now, their ancestors have been around for over 180 million years. So they were around at the same time as the dinosaurs. Now, obviously dinosaurs have gone, died out. A lot of crocodilians died out too, but some of them they've adapted better and they're still around today. And he could be showing one of those adaptations now by holding his breath. Now recent research has suggested they can do this for 10 or 12 hours. They do have the ability to sleep underwater. Now they can do that by slowing their heart rate down to just 1 or 2 beats every minute. And they can also divert blood to and from any part of the body that they wish. So while underwater at the moment, his heart rate isn't that slow probably, but there'll be a preference for blood to be circulating just around the brain and the heart at the moment. So not a lot of oxygen use going on. Now, another adaptation they have are sensory organs on their scales. And crocs and gharials have got them on every scale, alligators and caimans just around the head. Now those sensory organs enable them to detect movement in murky water like this. This, I should point out, is fresh spring-fed dam water. It's on a circular system. It's being replaced all the time, refreshed. Now they feel vibration with those organs too, so both of them would have been aware of us walking across here. They picked up our footsteps long before they actually saw us. Now they do this in the wild. Crocodilians pick up routines very, very quickly. And they'll often notice where animals come down to just a little bit closer than normal. Come down to a particular point on a river system to maybe drink or cross on a regular basis. And then they can lay in wait for that next unsuspecting animal. And they'll feel the vibrations as the animal's footsteps get a little bit closer. Sticks his nose in for a drink or feet in to cross, or then just grab. And we'll try and show you that. Now we're going to give him some food, get him to hopefully ambush, and we'll talk about some of his other adaptations while he's out. You never know what he's going to do actually, especially in these cooler months. He looks keen at the moment, but that can be often left here looking like an idiot because he doesn't do anything.
I know.
We'll see. Come around if you'd like to have a closer look. You can come around if you'd like to. Just have a look at his front right foot and the back foot while he's still out anyway. He's got the tips of some toes missing off those feet. I'll talk about that shortly. Now, the lumpy scales on his back, they're called osteoderms. There's a little bone in each of those scales, so that gives him some armour plating, but they're also a heat receptor. Now, being a reptile, they're cold-blooded, or ectothermic is a better term, so they need the sun to maintain their body temperature. But they are very efficient at controlling that temperature. So when they are basking in the sun, and he's probably doing a little bit at the moment, not a lot of his back is in the sun, but when they're